Good afternoon. I'm so pleased to join Assemblymember Nathan Fletcher, Qualcomm Vice President Bill Bold, Biocom President Joseph Panetta, and Paul Chung and a variety of other students from UC San Diego to discuss the Middle Class Scholarship Act. To our side, you see a wall of patents for various products and technologies developed by Qualcomm. This wall is a testament to the innovative spirit of Californians and to the transformative impact of technologies developed and manufactured in California. And we know the impact that they've had not only on our state, but quite frankly, around the world. Our state's success is directly tied to an earlier generation's commitment to ensure that higher education is accessible and affordable for every California student who is willing to work hard and make the most of their potential. We need to restore those opportunities for middle-class families and to ensure that California businesses, especially industries like biotechnology and green manufacturing and high tech, remain competitive globally and remain based here in California. And that's why I want to thank Assemblyman Nathan Fletcher for his support on this important effort.
Well, we're here at Qualcomm in San Diego, and Qualcomm really is the center of the future of the innovative economies, and we want more Qualcomms here. But in order to make that happen, we've got to do two things. We've got to have a tax code that encourages economic growth in our state, and we've got to have an educated workforce. And so we're here today to support the Middle Class Scholarship to really simplify our tax code, to remove the loophole that benefits out-of-state corporations, to encourage those here, like the Qualcomms of the world, to invest and stay. And then we're going to take the revenue from ending that loophole, and we're going to make sure that middle-class families have the opportunity to send their children to college to truly achieve the American dream. And we're trying to build support for the middle-class scholarship to get it passed, get it done, and get California moving in the right direction. By removing a loophole that benefits job creation outside of California, we make a commitment to those who are creating good-paying local jobs here. And by working to make college more affordable for hundreds of thousands of California students, we make a commitment not only to an educated workforce, but also helping to ensure access to the American dream for all.
Our company was founded by a professor at UCSD, and UCSD remains really our most important educational institution. We hire a lot of its graduates. We support research at UCSD. We also hire a lot of students from San Diego State, Cal State San Marcos, and even quite a few from our community college system. We want to grow here in San Diego. We're a global multinational company with locations all over the country and the world, but our first preference is to grow here, and it's time we had a tax policy that encouraged us to do so. We applaud the efforts of Speaker Perez and Assemblyman Fletcher to make California more competitive by creating a more progressive, pro-growth tax code. The current tax code encourages companies to locate people and property outside of our state. This legislation would eliminate this loophole by basing taxation on a single sales factor instead of the existing three-factor test that is both complicated and counterproductive.
The fact that we see bipartisan legislators, big businesses here located in San Diego that are supportive of passing the Middle Class Scholarship Act that will close a wasteful tax loophole to actually benefit the middle class. It's very encouraging to see that there's progress being made, especially because a lot of students out there throughout the different Cal States and universities, California's, have been really working really hard to get out the word about this legislation because it's going to affect not just the current generation of students, but the next generation. Even though I've accumulated over $42,000 in student debt, I actually consider myself lucky because I've had the fortitude and perseverance to stick it out and actually complete my degree. I know many others who have been squeezed out of higher education because of escalating costs to our public education system. I was out there working in the private sector during the Great Recession, so I know how hard it is to get a good paying job with decent benefits without a degree. I am supportive of the Middle Class Scholarship Act because if there was help available to me when I first enrolled, I would have completed my degree years ago and with half the debt I have already accumulated. This is not a partisan bill. This is something that will benefit everyone in the future, not just middle class families, because a strong middle class means higher consumer spending, which will impact everyone from the rich to the poor. So that's why that's what I have to say in the next 20 how many?
21.
The next 21 days is that this is a nonpartisan issue.
Well, you got to call your legislators. You know, we're going to be up against stiff opposition from a lot of powerful out-of-state interests, and it's time for the legislature to pass this. It's time for legislators to stand with California companies. It's time for them to stand with middle-class families. It's time for them to stand with students and do the right thing, and we need help to overcome those difficulties. And I would ask all Californians, contact your legislators, ask them to support the middle-class scholarship. California can't wait.